Nathan Kwao. Uncharacteristically bringing us kickoff on a Monday, usually on Thursdays. And
yes, something popped up, I had to bail the guys out.
I know. Once a sports journalist, always a sports journalist. Yeah. A couple of quick birthdays.
We keep on fighting.
Happy birthday to Gosh Osei J. May the year ahead be full of success, happiness, and good health. From Daniel Edudaku. Honorable Alfred Oko Vanderpoy, aka Chenche, former mayor of Accra, MP for Ablekuma South. From the entire family, friends, and all his constituents.
We must hold on firm.
And also to Francis Dazi, lead consultant of MPEC Consult and former executive director of the AAG for the past 24 years, Advertising Association of Ghana, and a key member of the UPSA alumni team and a member of Action Chapel International, formerly called Christian Action Faith Ministries. You know, the name has changed in a very subtle way. It used to be Christian Action Faith Ministries, now Action Chapel International. Francis Dazi, happy birthday to you. AAG. 34 days. What's today's date? 4th November. Election is, so it's actually 33 days to December 7th. Who are you voting for and why? Send me a voice note. I want to know. I want to know. Who are you voting for and why? It's very simple. We've had many surveys saying different things. Afrobarometer says the most important thing for people is unemployment or jobs. They want the government or whoever is going to win to create jobs. Some people also want roads and infrastructure. Some are talking about education. Some are talking about health, and others the economy. Those are the top 5. Job creation, infrastructure, education, health, and economy. Which of these issues are most pressing to you? Who are you voting for and why? And that's a side question. Who are you supporting in the US as they vote tomorrow? Happy birthday to... Oh, is it a birthday? I'm not sure. Okay. Wishing the best of the week to Paula Daku of Stanbic Bank. Coming in from your friend Mamle. Paula Dak... No, I think I got this wrong. Dorkah. It's Doka.
Okay.
Doka, okay. Yeah, I'm growing, so I'm seeing things different. So, Paula Doka, good morning to you, coming in from your friend Mamle.
And Bernard Isiaba is wishing her beloved husband, Mr. Atu Taylor, cultural officer at the Center for National Culture and Music, also music director at ICGC Faith Temple Choral, a glorious 40th birthday. The message is simple, and it is that I love you. So, Mr. Atu Taylor, this is coming from your wife and the children. Good morning, Bernard and team. Please help me wish my daughter Valerie Ayele Latte of Detloff Preparatory School in Elmina a happy birthday. This is coming from Daniel Kwame Latte of Tema Community 2. Good morning, Bernard and team. Wish Magdalene Efua Dufua Banyo a glorious birthday. She's a definition of kindness. The joy she brings to us each day ripples to nations. We love her so much. This is from Jews and the family.
Okay, this one says, belated happy birthday to baby lawyer Christabel Amado. May the new year be blessed. Keep shining. That's the message. This one says, yesterday was Emilia Afedi's birthday, customer service manager, EcoBank, Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. So that's very close to us. That's coming from the staff of EcoBank KNA branch. And I also want to say belated happy birthday to one of my mates from secondary school, Eugene Adams. He's in Boku these days. The last time I spoke to him, I said, bro, Charlie, what's up? Charlie, take care. So Eugene, belated happy birthday to you. Wish you the very, very best.
We keep on fighting.
So 33 minutes 33 days to election 2024. What issues matter to you? And who are you voting for and why? If you can send us a voice note, we'll be happy to hear. Send it to 054 998 6996. Now, it was a very, very busy weekend of campaigning. The NPP flag bearer was engaging the youth on essentially job creation and digital solutions. The leader of the Butterfly Movement held a walk in Accra. He spoke about economic revitalization and his great transformation plan. The opposition leader, the NDC flag bearer, engaged in a policy dialogue on Thursday, and this was at, I think, Accra Technical University, on the policies he's going to bring up. And we've been hearing discussions about job creation by almost all the political parties. So the question is, what will you vote for, or who will you vote for, and what are the issues that are driving your vote? Send me a voice note this morning. We'll give you a quick overview of a very serious incident that was captured on CCTV camera and over the weekend, the Adabraka heist.
Yeah.
I think that's the word to use for it.
The heist, yes.
We'll bring you a quick report on this. Is that something that's on your radar today?
Yes, but before then, these days I always want to highlight persons who have done great things for this country, who are not politicians. And this weekend, the death was announced of Dr. Ejekum Ado of Kama. Yes. And also Clement Ike Korte Sr.
The one who won us the silver.
Yes.
In the Commonwealth
60 games.
In 1960. That's Ike Korte Sr. brother. He was 86 in London.
So they are brothers?
Yes, passed away in London. So for me, again, I think Dr. Jekumado, when we talk about people who have done things for this country, I mean, he's done so much for the pharmaceutical industry and just business in general. He's somebody that we should take note of. And then Clement Korte, we should have a statue of Clement Korte somewhere in this country.
This is Ike Korte
Senior. For a country that struggles to win Olympic medals.
This is 1960.
The person who won you a silver medal at the Olympics in Rome, in 1960
died quietly without any fanfare.
And perhaps because people think but what he did for boxing and his stature, if we did things properly and if we held people to the correct kind of praise that they should get, Clement Ike Korte is an icon.
This is 1960.
Yes.
Rome Olympics.
Yes.
This was a silver.
Yes.
In what weight division?
He was a lightweight as well.
Lightweight, yes.
And his Ike Korte, I didn't know he was related to him.
Yeah, that's his big brother. He's Ike Korte Senior.
Okay. I just thought they were, wow. That was quite interesting.
Yes. So this morning, I just want us to also take note of these persons.
Do we have a sports hall of fame in Ghana?
For what?
Why don't we have it?
For what?
To celebrate accomplishment, to inspire nationalism. A country must celebrate its heroes.
No, we don't have
No,
anything.
if you say we shouldn't only celebrate politicians.
Yes.
Clement Ike Korte is somebody who ought to be celebrated.
Clearly.
Herman Chinrihese ought to be celebrated. Michael Ejekum Ado ought to be celebrated.
Clearly.
I was this weekend I went to a funeral at Latte.
Yes.
So I couldn't go for the Herman funeral. But I saw photos and a video that really touched me. His Kwaboche people sang
the school anthem.
And a school anthem, okay, I think it's a school song, right?
Yeah.
So usually school songs are supposed to talk about what the school will do, but it made a lot of sense hearing them sing it and putting Herman's name there.
Yeah.
It was so powerful. Like, I think for all the saints who from their labors rest, who thee by faith before the world confessed, right? And then there was a verse they sang, and the guy sort of put, I think this is the I think it's the fourth or the fifth verse, I'm not sure now, right? But they sort of, the sixth verse, they put his name in the song, and the guy wrote it on Facebook. It was so moving, right? Because it's basically a song about people who have labored and gone to the other side, who will remember for what they did, who will be rewarded in the afterlife for the contributions they made, And I was so moved by the song, because Herman, Herman is a pioneer in many ways. So you talk of his accomplishments in many fields, and I'm not going to do a full thing on Herman, but just as the first mover in technology, all right, programming, creating solutions for many things, whether it's for security in your house, for managing the government payroll, for reducing corruption in the public sector, all kinds of things. And then finding a way to do it in a native way,
Mm-hmm.
and then replicating it in many African countries, so Sierra Leone, Liberia, even Ethiopia and other places. And of course, typically, because he's not a politician and he's not a larger than life political figure, so it's almost like it's a muted celebration. A lot of people went for the funeral though.
Yeah.
I think part of this problem is also we, the media and the writers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the public space. So sometimes we say we only celebrate politicians, but I think that it's on
true.
us. So like you, all right,
Yes.
you're a prominent voice in the sports field. There should be conversations about Aikwote Senior, irrespective of what the politicians choose to do.
Yes.
So we can say, for those who love their boxing, the guy who hosts the boxing show on GTV can dedicate a week to Aikwote Senior, even if there's no video of him. All right. So we in the public sphere, because the challenge is that the public sphere is weak in terms of course, people need food to eat, right? People need roads to be fixed. So sometimes you can't discuss, but you cannot build a country where accomplishments of people like Aikwote Senior and Herman are not
recognized
and celebrated in a way that people can remember.
Yes.
Do you get it? And I think it's our collective failure. I don't think it's just a political thing. Politicians will celebrate who they want, right? So they will mention the name of the people they admire because they've done things in the political space and they've been seen nationally. But I think sports journalism fraternity, for example, Swag Awards, right? Maybe in the next edition they should have a special thing on Aikwote.
Yeah, sometimes, Bernard, I just think that it's also the state and what it can do. So we have Starless 91 Road.
Yeah.
I live on Clute Robertson Road.
Good.
Clute Robertson, legendary boxer as well. So, but the thing is, very few people might actually get to know of Clute Robertson Road because it's an inner town road. It's not inner city, inner town. This is down somewhere inside, one lane named after him. But that's also because that's where he lived.
Okay.
So those of us who grew up there will know that. This was because I live next door to him.
Is there Jones Atukufio Road in Ghana?
Not that I am aware of. You understand?
But that road from First Light towards his house
could be named after him.
Because Atukufio took Heart of Folk to we saw what he did in 2001.
Yes.
That Ismail Ado team, that Atukufio is a legend by every sense of the imagination.
There is an Agostino Neto Road. If I'm to ask your basic Ghanaian student who Agostino Neto is, they will look at my face and say, why? But he has a road named after him in the heart of Accra.
I think it's a revolutionary song.
Yes, but he has a road named after him in the middle of Accra.
So Atukufio doesn't have a name road. Aikwote Senior doesn't have a name road after him.
You see, so what Aikwote Senior did, even not this in this era, post that he won Commonwealth gold.
In addition to
the Olympic silver. From by 1980, there should have been a statue of Clement somewhere. Dr. Jekumado, because he had been around.
One of the pioneers.
People tend to take for granted. But when he put up the Kama Conference Center,
a lot of events happening there. There was nothing like
that.
There was nothing like that.
Yes. At that point, you could have to queue for 3 weeks.
And he was also one of the few businessmen who decided to tell their stories.
Yes.
So not only was he successful, a couple of things. In pharmaceuticals, there's now a lot of pharmaceutical companies owned by Ghanaians doing well. He was one of the first movers.
Yes.
Then he took the trouble to educate people about how he made his success. So it's a very important figure as well.
Let's remember these people. That's all I'm saying.
Every opportunity I get, how should we remember them? That's the question, right?
I will highlight it.
I think while we talk about all of that and how to remember them, I think we should solve this problem.
Which problem?
And then, the problem about reading to you. If we are able to address these problems, then we can better immortalize these people. This is the wife of Herman. The tribute.
Okay.
A section of the tribute. Let me read that. Despite the joys in our personal life, the past few years have not been easy for you, as you have had to fight so many battles, whether to ward off land encroachers,
to
defend your intellectual property rights, or to secure payment for services rendered by the soft tribe.
Oh Lord.
We who are close to you shared your frustrations and looked on helplessly at your energy being sapped by litigation in court and endless meetings to seek intervention from various quarters, none of which yielded anything helpful, as the false balances still remain. This made you disillusioned in Ghana, or with Ghana, and led you to find other pastures from which to do what you did best. Dream, innovate, and inspire. It is my fervent hope, prayer, and belief that justice will come to you posthumously.
Oh, Charlie. Can you repeat the three things? The litigation, unpaid, there were three things.
Land, litigation, and intellectual property.
So he was fighting these battles quietly, we didn't even know.
Exactly. So, you know, a lot of people keep their faith in Ghana because of what it promises. But for those promises to be delivered, there are institutions of state, the people, and those who lead, who must deliver certain promises to us for those promises to materialize. I mean, why would a brain of this size be fighting to protect his intellectual property while institutions that should intervene to ensure that that happens are watching on, as we are told by this tribute? Because we have heard repeatedly the obligations of the state to protect rights like this. If someone sits in his room, thinks for hours, and produces something, the expectation is that the influence of the state will be brought to bear to ensure that people do not encroach. But in some cases, the state are partisan players in these matters and undermine people's innovation, creativity, and all of that. And talk about payment. Bernard, one of the biggest things undermining innovation in this country, people's industrious contributions to our life, is the failure by, in many cases, the state itself. So that payment for contracts that people have executed is sometimes done on partisan basis. Or in some cases, people just don't want to look at it. I mean, a man of his size, given all the contributions he's made to our growth, why should he be fighting state institutions for payments to be made to him? Why should that be the case? You have signed a contract that you want A, B, C, D done. It is not that the job hasn't been done. The job has been done. Then someone decides as to when to pay or not to pay. Look at that. And the problem of land in this country. I mean, people want to make investments. The chiefs are not helping us. In some cases, the lawyers are not helping us. We, the lawyers, we are part of the problem. In some cases, the courts are also part of the problem. Then you have elders in the families who are also contributing to the problem. So when you hear Nanama say that, Charlie, in Ghana, everything will kill you. To a large extent, you have got to agree. Because for all you know, it may well have been the will of God. But perhaps maybe this is not the time for him to go.
You know the funny thing here? Beyond Herman's travails as written by this, there's also a lot of discussion about Kama himself. Because there was a post about an interview he did before he died, where he spoke about how the banking sector clean up and the debt exchange
wiped him out,
encumbered his money and almost wiped him out.
Bernard, before I bring listeners up to speed on exactly what he said, just to say a little bit about him, because, and this is how I got to meet him. I was in school, O'Reilly Senior High School, for one of our speech and prize giving days. Thank you very much. And he was a guest speaker.
Okay.
At the time, I was the school prefect.
Wonderful.
After my speech, he said I was very talented. He was touched by what I did. And so during my holidays after high school, I was interning with him.
Wow.
So I was literally his mentee. I was in his office.
Secondary school student.
Yes.
Powerful.
So you'll be traveling around, be giving speeches. I'll be emceeing his programs. I was always at the Kama Conference Center. He would put teachers together. He was someone who loved to teach people. He loved to share his knowledge. And so a lot of young business people have encountered him because he always opens his doors to young people, always sharing ideas. And he was big on talent, the left brain and the right brain, why parents should encourage their children who are artistic, creative to get into that. Encourage basically, you know, he was very much a hands-on teacher. He was an inspiring man. Great guy.
Had you kept in touch with him?
Yes. In fact, we met not too long ago at DTI, where he came as one of the industry people. I introduced him, spoke about him, and he was so happy and proud. He says anytime he hears us on radio and TV, he's so excited.
He did his PhD.
Yes.
On a very interesting topic.
Yeah. He mentioned that he's written a book about 400 pages. So if he at 70 can do that, then more young people can also do this.
So this interview he gave about the economic crisis and how it affected him, was it like to a media house.
Yes, and it was a sit-down interview. No, it was a book launch. There was a book launch. Founder of Kama Group of Companies, Nana Dr. Michael Ejekum, March this year, bemoaned how his finances took a nosedive after the financial sector cleanup exercise. He
Where are
said,
you reading from?
"This is online."
Credit the page so that
Adum.
Okay.
Yes. This one says that I am a pensioner and all my money, I must confess, the money that I take care of my pension has been taken over by the banking club. Goes on to say that he shared a personal account of the financial challenges he faced during a book launch at Academic City College in Accra on March 28. He revealed that as a pensioner, the savings he had accumulated over 30 years of his retirement were affected by the cleanup, leaving him able to support initiatives he values, as the book being launched. Quote, I'm a pensioner and all my money, I must confess, the money I have saved for my pension has been, sorry.
Many have
My
seen
person.
take care of my person.
My pension, thank you, has been
person.
take care of my
I think
person.
he's reading.
It's
Okay,
reading.
okay, I'm reading as I'm saying,
I
sorry.
think the people wrote that made a mistake.
Yes.
Okay, for
It's
that.
reading as seen.
I've been taking. So I don't have the money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell you how much I for over 3 years to my position now, you will weep for me.
It's okay.
So I think that
Yeah.
Sky is talking about some of the issues Herman fought before he died. Caleb is raising the points about karma and challenges he's faced.
If
I'm very sure
I am to tell you about
reporting-
Clement Ike Senior too, and why he lives in London,
He wasn't even living here.
no, he lived in London.
So what's the thread we're seeing here? People who have done well for the country, but you can see the state has not really done
because the
anything
state
for them.
does not remember who these people are. To be honest with you,
You sure?
the state does not remember who you are.
How do you rank? Okay, let me ask a question. What qualifies a person for a state burial? As an example,
Clement Ike deserves a state burial.
because he got a silver in the Commonwealth.
Clement Ike, it should not even be a conversation to be had.
He deserves a state burial. you say.
It is not a conversation to be had.
Beyond sports people, those of us in the industry know somebody like Herman did very well as a first mover.
You see,
How does the state rank achievement? Because I was somewhere when Google wrote, I think on his birthday,
Yeah.
Google put their doodle around him and celebrated him. How do you rank achievement by people like Herman?
it's about the okay. Sky, go ahead.
How do you rank it?
I think there are things lawyers refer to as facts speaking for themselves.
Okay.
I don't want to use the legal. In other words, if you look at the tech space today, where it was before he intervened as the man who actually shaped where we are going, I mean, can you say that there is any clear rival? I think it's obvious. The new world today, the new revolution happening around the world is within the tech space.
And he was the first mover in the private sector.
Exactly.
You could say, you could say maybe Nina Kukweno, who's still alive,
Yeah,
did
that's
a
right.
lot of work as well there.
That's why Kofi, Datsi and Co are also...
No, they are new.
They are
So
new.
I'm talking of for real. I think for real pioneers, I use Ninaku because of his computer science background, the program he did, and some of the relationships he brought. But I think Herman, you're right, is the quintessential. What's the word to use? I need a
He's
good
a
word.
pioneer. I mean,
Good, that's the word. He's a pioneer in that space for tech and monetizing it
Exactly.
and bringing solutions to problems using technology.
Yeah, so there is clarity around that. And a state that wants
No, there's clarity in my head, but I'm not sure the state has he been given a state award before.
I think so, yes. I think
One of
I
the
think that
order
brings
of
it-
the-
Yeah, that's right. I think so, yes. If my memory
Does the
serves
state have a way of measuring that?
Is
Should
it-
there be? You see, what I'm trying to say is that beyond politicians who serve as presidents and ministers, and beyond sports people whose accomplishments are obvious, I think there should be a way in which the state can recognize excellence and achievement in various fields.
Yeah.
Do you get it? In a way that is sector agnostic. So you can say whether it's a farmer, an entrepreneur in pharmaceuticals, a technology pioneer, or
Educator.
a researcher,
Yeah.
or educate. You get it? There should be. And again, I come to the public sphere because sometimes the state may not do it, but we can force the state to do it. Because excellence is field defined. All right. So there are people in their fields who have done very, very well, but you may not even have heard of them. So we are here because we've heard of these three people because they've done things in the past. Maybe there's some scientist who's died, who's done some really great work. Only the people in the scientific community would know. So I am saying that we need to come up with a means of measuring contribution beyond politics. And I think we, the people in the media, must lead that discussion. Because the state doesn't have a mechanism for doing that, in my view.
No, Bernard. So the other countries that do it, do they have a mechanism for it? So, for instance, you know Jerry Hansen. If I mention Jerry Hansen,
yes, Ramblers.
In this room,
Ramblers.
First musical president.
Ramblers, yes.
Apart from the inner city road named after him, like Clute Roberts. How do we measure the greatness of Jerry? Would this country tell us that it is that road, wherever it is, that they used to? If somebody doesn't ask, oh, Daddy, who is Jerry Hansen?
But even Kwame Nkrumah, he took the World Bank to come and do a proper mausoleum. even Kwame Nkrumah, who is the primus inter pares, it took a World Bank grant to do something decent.
Hold on. Last time we had a conversation.
Yeah.
When you were asking me about Abedi Pele. He's around.
Is there anything about Abedi Pele?
Abedi Pele today. Where?
Oh, Charlie.
Abedi Pele.
The part of East Legon that is referred to is
Abedi
unofficial. It's because his house.
He lives there.
Charlie, Ghana, we know.
Abedi Pele.
We know the try. So you mean
Abedi Ayu Pele?
We don't even have an Abedi Pele memorial, museum, or anything.
Where?
Wow.
Then it means we don't celebrate people.
Abedi Pele.
Or we don't. Okay, maybe we are not there yet.
But that's what we are.
We are not there yet.
We are what we celebrate.
Let me be mischievous. Even just based on the Herman thing. Let me be mischievous. Have you been to the Ghana Digital Center before? Accra Digital Center.
Yeah, it's the name of politicians and ministers.
Look at the names they have put on the blocks there.
Because they are ministers of communication.
What have they done?
But it's the ministry money they used to do it.
But when we talk about tech development in this country, who are those people?
Because they are former ministers.
But
so they just give it the name to their ministers.
But your son might go there one day and be looking at these names and think
but why has the sports ministry not done anything for these guys?
No,
or it's beyond sports.
Yeah, no, you see, because the sports ministry would have to push with the state itself. But that is.
But they are building AstroTurf. You should name some after them. They can't even have the. I mean, bro, let's take a break.
You know, Bernard, on that note, let me just move before you go on your break. Let me move that. Look, we just launched what will be transformational in this space, the 5G network.
Yes.
It is possible to call it the Herman network. It is possible.
I like that. I like where your mind is
going. Yeah, that's right. Because we need to do some of these things.
I think the fact that we don't even have a proper mausoleum for anybody except Kwame Nkrumah. We needed World Bank money after over 50 years to do it.
No,
that in itself.
There was one. Except that it was.
That's not a proper thing. All right, tech and social media trends is next. Is brought to us by Telecel
and First Bank. Switch to Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. New customers get 50% bonus data in addition to other mind-blowing offers, and existing customers receive 300% bonus data on every broadband renewal to keep browsing. So to subscribe to the Telecel fixed broadband for these amazing offers, dial *900#. Visit www.telecel.com.gh. The Telecel Play app is also there for you. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies, and we've got exciting news. We'd like to let you in. Join us at selected branches from now till Friday, November 8, 2024 at our SME fair and get incredible discounts on toiletries, provision, clothing and drinks. The First Bank Ghana SME fair is on at our Atomic Junction branch from now till Friday, November 1, which is happened already, and then from today, November 4 till Friday, November 8, 2024, First Bank SME Fair moves to the Santa Maria branch, Blue Kiosk Junction, Tema Community 1 branch near Community 1 Market Square, Springtex 1 branch near Allied Oil Filling Station, and Dansuman branch near Dansuman Market. Visit any of our branches, enjoy free eye screening and coconut while you shop. This is the number to call: 0531 072 643. First Bank, you first.
So let's get into the segment. Nathan, what's been trending this morning?
Well, you can imagine that after a weekend of a lot of Premier League stuff, those football themes are heavy in the trend. So Chelsea, Man United, Garnacho, Madueke, Caicedo, all those protagonists from the games in England are also trending. Some La Liga news also trending. Barcelona winning again, so people are happy. To some other things that are trending, Baumia is trending. Yesterday he had a forum where he outlined some of the things he wanted to do should he become president. So Baumia is trending as well. Several comments on that. Some people are unsatisfied with some of the things they heard him say. Some people are obviously happy with what they heard. Also, CCTV and Adabraka are trending. CCTV and Adabraka are trending. Adabraka
is the orange seller also trending?
People talk about.
So Bernard, the orange seller had the orange there, and she was standing in very close proximity to the scene while people fled. She was standing and watching, and I was shocked that that's what actually caught the attention of social media. No, she was just standing there. I don't know whether she was mortified.
Yes, I think she must have been crippled by
people
fear.
have taken that into some.
So Adabraka is trending because of the Saturday morning armed robbery, and then CCTV trending because the police issued a statement saying that using CCTV footage they had managed to find the license plates of the getaway car.
Wow.
The license plates of the getaway car. So they said they were observing and conducting investigations to see what would be the outcome.
But if after all of this they are not able to get anybody, Charlie, broad daylight CCTV car number is there.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now, to some tech news. Last week, you remember I said that Apple's iPhone 16 was released and they had added Apple Intelligence, which was Apple's iteration of the AI system. Well, Apple is hoping that all of this will help boost sales. Now, sales or iPhone sales from the last 3 months ended in September modestly, and they beat analysts' expectations according to numbers released by the company on Thursday. And according to some analysts, the expectations are that the new iPhone with the added AI features will boost Apple's sales or boost sales of the iPhone. It's been a very tough time for iPhone sales. It's not the sales have not been going too well. So they are hoping that this new, path will kick things into gear and get them to sell more handsets and get more people to buy the new iPhone 16.
That was second social media trends.
Only one place where I get my eye on. Look, I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is one plan. I make music, I travel my soul lane, they be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money safe, Universal Banking ain't telling me any dates. I'm a person many times to wait. And I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt, we tell the officer chilling, but who cares? Cause I'm back to the best, I'm like too west. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west.
Last night, you can Tell the kind of can I patrol to do the bank? Can I? Think about you. You first bank.
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draw. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500. Or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This ad is not about how convenient or easy to use the Affinity app is, or how accessible and affordable our loans are, or not having to worry about monthly or transaction fees. Yes, banking without fees. This ad is about a community of entrepreneurs, individuals, young people, and you, the go-getter. And Affinity, providing the necessary services and tools to help simplify daily banking tasks and grow your business. Easy and accessible. Because banking doesn't have to be an inconvenience. With Affinity, you're in. To get the app and apply for loans, dial *229# or go to affinityghana.com.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with Omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Razi, you mean Omnibisic? OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
If you have been thinking, have you noticed the changes in our community?
Things are really different now. The MPP has really made a difference.
Exactly. Free SHS, healthcare, new factories. It's like a whole new Ghana.
And don't forget, electricity is so much reliable now. I remember when we used to go days without light.
True. The NPP has done a lot to improve the basics.
Ajua is a beneficiary of free SHS, and now she is in university.
And that's the kind of leadership we need. Someone who is focused on making things better for everyone. But if you still, there are a lot more to be done for the development of Ghana.
Absolutely, Kojo. The MPP has shown that real progress is possible.
On December 7th, let's vote to keep this positive impact going. Vote number 1 on the ballot. Vote NPP for a better and prosperous Ghana.
Everywhere you go, big go. For the friends and the family, big go. Big the crashing moment, big go. For the kids and the adults.
Abedipele, Azuma Nelson, and a lot of them as well. We're also asking you who are going to vote for this election year and why. Would like to hear from you. But to all female entrepreneurs, agribusiness owners, and young entrepreneurs out there, we see you. We understand the challenges you face. Your story matters, and we're here to support you every step of the way. So, in partnership with the Mastercard Foundation, Absa is offering SME loans at a 10% interest rate per annum. You can access up to 1 million cedis completely collateral free. This isn't just talk. We've already disbursed over 600 million. Can you imagine cedis supporting over 1,600 businesses within the past year? And we're proud that almost 70% of these beneficiaries are women-owned enterprises. So simply go to the nearest SME project office of ABSA branch, or absa.com.gh is the place to go. You need to service your car? Call Auto Parts Wholesale. They have factory service products like engine oils, coolants, transmission oils, batteries, and brake parts to keep your car on the road for many years to come. You can locate us at Ashaliboche School Junction, Spintex Road, North Kaneshi and Hacho. Also call 020-484-2247 or 057-110-0233. And if you're looking for litigation-free land, contact Royal Kingdom Estate. We specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. Now, we have properties in prime areas like Accra and Ibri. Land starts at 90,000 cedis with flexible payment terms, affordable homes ranging from 2 bedrooms and premium furnished apartments for short rental at East Airport. Now, our office at Cantonments opposite Soul Clinic International School. You may call Royal Kingdom Estate on 055-755-5909. That's 055-755-5909. Or send email to info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams.
Now, do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams? Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards. And for more information, please visit www.lancaster.edu.gh. Email admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Call 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. And do you need funds for that major project you have been planning for some time now? Or do you need funds to pursue your dreams? Zenith Bank has got you covered with a loan of up to 250,000 Ghana cedis. You heard right, a loan of up to 250,000 Ghana cedis at Zenith Bank. We always look out for your financial well-being. Open a Zenith salary account today and have access to a loan of up to 250,000 Ghana cedis, and visit any of our branches to open a Zenith salary account today. Terms and conditions apply. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, the Affinity app is here. Super easy to use, and they've got loans that are accessible and affordable. But the real magic is that no monthly fees, no transaction fees, zero fees. Imagine banking when you don't have to keep an eye on those extra charges sneaking in. If it sounds like something you like, dial *229# to get the app, or check out affinityghana.com. With Affinity, you are not just banking, you're in. Now, and if you find yourself going through the pain of a sore throat, nasal congestion, and you need quick relief, Lozati lozenges are the things I recommend to you. It's 100% natural and it refreshes your throat. There are 7 pleasant tasting flavors, all designed to give you relief and to make sure that you are fine. Lozati lozenges for the quick relief you need is available in all Unicom outlets. Remember, Lozati lozenges, 30-second instant relief from sore throat, and this ad is FDA approved. January 2025 admissions are in progress at the Heritage Christian University College. They are at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, accredited by GTech. They have both graduate and undergrad programs, and there's huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, and practical learning with professional certification. If you want more info, call 0547 777 or visit their website hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
All right, here are a few of your comments on the topics under discussion so far. We're asking you to send us voice notes primarily on who you vote for this election year and why. 054-998-6996.
Good morning, Bernard. This is John, the boat driver. So, me, I am speaking from my personal reality, and I can tell you that if the situation was like this before this government came in terms of the economy, I'm not sure even the free senior high school, they will be able to even implement it. In this current shape and form, if what we experienced, we couldn't, and so we voted out JDM, then this one, Baumia shouldn't stand even 10% chances of winning. He shouldn't. Then as for that reason, I am voting him out. If we brought you here when fuel as a boat driver, I wasn't spending too much on fuel. I was earning something handsomely, and so for now, I am spending close to 60% of my earnings as a boat driver on fuel alone. I'm spending close to 60% on it. I've not even spoken about the oil, the other parts and stuff. And if I have to endure this, then please, there is nothing enticing about this situation. And so I'll just vote them out because it is not going well with me. I am a Ghanaian. I am feeling it. It doesn't have to be with my party. It has to be with how I am feeling. And trust me, there is nothing pleasant about the current feeling that as a Ghanaian I am feeling. There is nothing pleasant about it. I can't even give myself the best of life. I can't afford anything for myself because the little I get all goes into cost of servicing. So please, if you ask whom am I voting for and why am I voting for him, well, I'm voting back JM. Why? Because at least he showed that the little that he got at the time, he was able to do something meaningful with it. Now, all they talk about is free senior high school. Put free senior high school aside, they can't pinpoint any one thing that they have done.
Good morning, CBS. This is Yakubu from Tama. I am not a decided voter, and none of them is really giving. I don't see myself voting for any of them yet, but I know I'm turning out. I know I'll be voting on December 7th, but for who I'm voting for, I don't know yet. None of them is giving me the message I want to hear. It's basically like the same old stories, so much promises, but lesser fulfillment. That is my fear. And last elections was my first, and I voted for the MPP. And this year, I'm really disappointed. I'm very disappointed in the last 4 years. And turning around to the NDC or any of the other political parties, I'm not seeing them having what it takes for me to vote for them. Mahama 24-hour economy, I don't even know how this man is going to implement it. Nothing is clear. It's just a talk, and I'll turn out, probably increase the vote turnout, spoil my ballot, and then just go home. Probably.
Good morning, Bernard and team. I sent an earlier voice message saying that I'm going to vote for NDC this time around because I feel that between the two parties, that is NPP and NDC is the lesser evil. Bernard, it's not that I am not enlightened. I'm quite enlightened and I've read through some of the policies of the two parties. But I feel that having witnessed the reigns of NDC and NPP, to me, both parties are virtually the same. They say a lot of things, they come and then they do worse. However, if you look at the two administrations, looking at the fact that NDC has ruled the country in the past and NPP has also taken over the reins, if I compare the two, I feel the corruption under NPP and the sort of state capture and MPP is quite serious. And I feel that NDC, if even they would do such a thing, would be quite considerate to the ordinary Ghanaian. So I'm voting for NDC because I feel it's a lesser evil. Thank you.
Hello, Bernard and Tim. Good morning. Yes, so I've been listening to you right after closing from work. I just go home, and it's sad with the man's issue. You know, Ghana doesn't honor its heroes, and it's the main reason why some of us, or most of us, we left, because there is no future. There is no future. You stay there, you live there, and then you die poor. The little you've accrued, government would later on come and claim a whole sort of stuff and then take it away from you. Reason why we left. So, yeah, that's it. Whatever happens should happen. Some of us, we are gone. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm voting for Baumia because of my children. Because I think about my children's future. And I think about what the country will be in future. The new technology is what is trending in this world at the moment. So I can rely on somebody who thinks about the future and who can plan well for the future and for my children as well. And that person, I believe, is Dr. Baumia.
Bernard, good morning to you and your crew. I believe strongly that all of the politicians who have been campaigning, both the ex-president and then the current government, they've all disappointed us. And so for me, if you ask me, I would say we should just go and then try our luck. Whoever you feel like voting for, you just vote and then leave the rest to God. Because when they need power, they see all kind of things. But when they get it, they forget the things that they see on the political platform. So we leave them to God. Their judgment is very near. This is Dr. Kofi Annan from Dakuman. Thank you so much.
All right, so those voice notes will continue. Please make them short and straight to the point, 1.5 minutes maximum, so we can get more through. But the question is, where are you headed? Are you shopping at the mall or buying fuel for your car? Are you enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant or getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Or are you shopping online for things that you need? Now, wherever you go, whatever you're doing, you can do it with an SG Visa card, your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a lot of amazing opportunities with the SG Visa card. Call 0302214314. SG, the future is you. Now, MSMEs power over 70% of Ghana's GDP and employ 85% of our workforce. Yet they continue to face challenges like limited access to credit and essential skills. Now, join GIZ or GIZ for the Greater Accra Regional Network on Entrepreneurial Development and Employment Promotion Conference themed Sustainable Solutions for Enterprise Development and Employment Promotion, the role of the union of stakeholders. Now, this two-day event features hands-on workshops, expert talks, and inspiring success stories from local entrepreneurs. Now, are you an MSME? Register now to showcase your business for free. It's on the 12th and 13th of November at the Kofi Ohene Konedu Hall, UPSA, 9:30 a.m. daily. For more information, call Bernice on 0244-311-409. So if you're an SME who wants more insight, more power, more support, call Bernice to be part of this two-day conference, 0244-311-409. And if SMEs are looking for money for business, Caleb, tell us how they can
Yes, especially female entrepreneurs, agribusiness owners, and young entrepreneurs. So APSA says they understand the challenges you face, but your story matter. We're here to support you every step of the way. We're doing this in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, offering SMEs loans at an unbelievable 10% interest rate per annum. Imagine having access to up to 1 million Ghana cedis completely collateral free. This isn't just talk. We've already disbursed over 600 million Ghana cedis, supporting over 1,600 businesses in the past year, and we are especially proud that 67.3% of our beneficiaries are women-owned entrepreneurs. So your success is our success. If you're ready to write the next chapter of your success story, visit our SME project office nearest APSA branch or apsa.com.gh. Your story matters. APSA.
Now we're going to continue with the discussion. I just wanted to summarize the first part of the show in terms of what should be done. I Corte Senior, Herman Chinwe Hesse, and then Michael Ejekum Ado. So you're saying, as for I Corte, at least we need a road for I Corte Senior.
It doesn't have to be specifically that, but I'm saying that there has to be a way where people know who this person is just by looking at whatever it is that has been put up.
Okay.
At the moment, it's not enough.
There's nothing.
At the moment, it's not enough.
By the way, let's correct that. This is not Ikote Jr. who fought Oscar De La Hoya.
No.
This
is senior. That's what I'm saying, senior.
It's not you. People, Charlie, these days, people don't know a lot of things. So we have to inform them.
Clement.
So, Ikote Jr. who fought De La Hoya, welterweight. He's alive.
Yeah.
He's okay. So he's not the one we're referring to. We're referring to this is a senior version. All right. So you are not going to spend, because Kai is saying that Herman, we should, for example, name some of maybe some network after him or something. He feels like that's a more fitting.
No, it's you see, my small thing on that is the state and its institutions should figure out what it means to contribute to the state and who is deserving of. You see, because like for instance, we've had a lot of these awards, order of the this, order of the that. All kinds of people have gotten in. We don't know exactly what it is they've done. Some too have actually done great things. But we need to be able to understand that. Look, the same way when I go elsewhere, they mention a name. I'm Ghanaian, but I still know who that person is. And you would find that, oh, okay, this is a monument to the legacy of this person. Either it's in the person's home state, home district, somewhere, but it's not hidden. You don't have to struggle
to find out who
this person is. And I'm just saying that as a country, we need to do better in putting these things together.
I'll take it. Let's take a few more voice notes, and then I'll take you around the campaign trail briefly. The candidates have been campaigning. So as I said, president candidate of MPP has been speaking to young people about job creation and youth empowerment. The candidate for the NDC spoke at a forum in Accra on good governance, where he pledged to fight corruption and prosecute corrupt officials. And the Butterfly Movement leader has also been speaking about the currency. But let's hear a few more voice notes on who you are going to vote for and why as we move the discussion along.
Good morning, Citi family. I am Emmanuel. Yes, come December 7, my vote will count. Personally, my entire life fixed deposit with my family that we have been depositing at GN Bank through no fault of ours have been locked up. We filled the forms, we went through the process. I remember the receiver, Nana Nipa, was on radio saying nobody will lose his or her money. As I speak, from 2019 to date, I have not even received a peso. Anytime I call the receiver's office, I'm told they are waiting for funds. If by December 5th or 6th I have not received my money, I am voting this government out. They are incompetent, and they've caused so much harm to individual poor Ghanaians. Why? What crime have I committed for saving my money? Fixed deposit, not even a fund, fixed deposit in a bank. Give me my money. What happened to the monies they've collected from those banks? What have they used their assets for? Why are they not paying with the suffering customers? What crime have we committed? the wickedness of the wicked will surely come to an end.
Hello, good morning, Bernard. My name is Nana from Tema. For me, I would vote for Dr. Baumia because JM has been tried, he's been tested, and he failed woefully. JM had a lot of corruption issues, and I'm unimpressed with his style of government. I don't remember any policy that he instituted in this country. But for Dr. Baumia, I think he's outlined a lot of bold solutions, bold policies that I think would inure to the benefit of myself and my children and children's children. He's thinking about the future. He's thinking about the next generation. And he's not been given the opportunity before. So I think I would want to try him and see what he has for us. Thank you.
Hello, Bernard and Tim. I'm going to vote for Cheddar simply because I don't think the country is at a place where we need freebie promises, as I'm hearing from all the leading two political parties. We need a revolution, an economic revolution and transformation of this country. And I only hear that kind of campaign from Cheddar. And so, as a well-meaning Ghanaian, I think I have to vote for him.
Good morning, Bernard and Tim. This is Citizen Sika from Sprinters Community 18 Junction.
Good morning, Bernard and your city crew. On the issue of who to vote for, I believe that Dr. Baumia has the best solution for the country. JM has been a vice president before. He has been a president before. Baumia has been a vice president, but has never been a president before. And you and I know that when you are leading from the second chair, there is little you can do to influence the decision of the one leading. So as a vice president, he can only contribute. He can't champion anything. But looking at the things that he has put in place, the e-commerce issues, the e-banking, all those things, e-education, I believe that the man has a vision that can move this country forward. So personally, I will be voting for him. Thank you.
Bernard, good morning, and good morning to your team. It's so sad that the kind of leaders we're voting for can't speak true to even citizens, and then on top of it, so much disrespect. I am voting for the NDC and then John Mahama just for a simple reason. Before that, let me make it clear. From 2000 as a student, I've been voting for the MPP over and over and over. But I've just realized that, forgive me, I've been a fool because the disrespect, the lies, the incompetence, the super incompetence, and then the state capturing of this administration is mind-blowing. And I can't see myself ever giving my vote to the MPP. And like the other guy said, it's so sad that they still have the guts to tell us to give them our vote. May God forgive them to what they have done for this nation. May God forgive them for what they have done to the level of cruelty that this administration have done to this country. God will deal with them.
Good morning, Bernard and the team. I hope you are doing well. I'm Joseph. From where I sit, I can tell you I know a little bit more about government finances and how it's going. And it's funny enough, it looks like the whole presidential aspirants who are campaigning are disjointed from what is happening currently. The government is struggling, yet all of them come to tell us that we'll do this, you do that, you do this. First, I decided not to vote, but now I've decided to actually go and vote and then kick these old people out. When I'm done, the other thing is to vote for a new party I'm thinking about, which is the New Force, because I believe they have very fresh ideas. The other parties, all they are talking about is to give. But frankly, we all know government is struggling in terms of finances, and so these are not possible. And so it tells me that even the presidential aspirants that are coming up, they are just looking at what they can do and not even focus on which resources are there to help you do what you want to do. And these are presidents that would get to power and they are confused because what they wanted to do, they don't even have access to do it. And so I'll go and vote and kick this government out and then bring in the new force.
Good morning, Bernard and team. My name is Nee from Choco. I don't even know why anybody in his right mind would want to vote for NPP. They talk about free SHS. Meanwhile, the amount of money you need to spend to get your kid to school every week, you need to send them money to buy food. Every week, I have friends who send their children every week. They send them money to buy food.
Good morning, Bernard and team. My name is Yakob Bin Chambers. I think sometimes our problem in this country with politics is continuity. I believe the 8-year period or 2 terms we give parties to rule isn't enough. You see, I heard one of the presidential candidates proposing that he would change the tenure of presidency to 12 years. That is it. So for us to experiment the efficacy of this 12-year period, let's allow the MPP to continue. Let's allow them to continue for the next 8 years and see how effective 12 years or a 12-year tenure would be. Thank you.
Mr. Bernard, good morning. Good morning. I trust you are doing well and everybody's doing well. And these are the reasons why I'll vote against NPP. I'm a floating voter. I don't vote for one political party. The other time I voted for NPP and they disappointed me. This time around, I will vote for NDC. And these are the reasons why I will vote against NPP. 1, Galamsey. 2, spending $58 million on the National Cathedral. It doesn't make sense to me. Too much borrowing, but nothing is done. Nothing to show. Tertiary hospital demolished for several years. Nothing has been done. The Sputnik scandal. Too much lies on economy. Poor performance of Black Star, our sports, and then demolition of toll booth, which was generating revenue for us. You demolish it. 1 million per constituency. Cecilia Adabraka scandal. The president exonerated her. Simpe School, which the mayor promised to get it fixed when the Bese Manche did a press conference about for the state to hand it over to him if they are not willing to complete it, so that he complete it himself. They made noise about it. They will complete up to date. I use that stretch all the time, but nothing is done about it. I'll vote against them because of that. And then.
All right, 8:45. We'll take a breather on that and come back. I just want to give you a quick overview of the the incident. Forgive me, at the jewelry shop in Adabraka. Kalakula filed this report. We'll bring you that, and then we'll go back to the politics where we'll take you around the campaigns of the major parties and what they've been saying this week. But this is a report that Kalabi filed this report, right?
Yes, please.
On Saturday. So let's hear it.
Hello. Guy number correct. Hey, now we don't pass it. You pass it. Hey. Ana yanga kwa polisi hao.
Behind me is the crime scene where the daylight robbery took place. Shooting and robbery took place earlier today, Saturday, November 2, just close to the Adabraka Mosque on the Jones Nelson Avenue within the Adabraka market. Now, we've been talking to some eyewitnesses who've been narrating these various accounts to us.
At the back of my house, and I was doing some things, and I heard a gunshot, but I thought it was a knockout. So I just peeped through my window, and I saw a man masked the face, and I said, hey, they don't urinate at the back of the house. And he said, hey, madam, make you shut up. That's the language he said, and the tonation was like the Nigerian tonation. Then quickly, I just closed the window, then they gave a warning shot on top of my roofing. Then I came out and I saw that people were shouting. So when I came and I saw the man holding some money with a gunshot on him, and you know, for him not to cut the attention of the people, he just threw the money out and gave a warning shot, pack, pack, pack. Then everybody was rushing to take the money, and he was just walking majestically anyhow.
This is the vehicle that was carrying the sacks of cash that was robbed at gunpoint in broad daylight earlier today. I have with me another eyewitness who saw more of the action and will narrate to us. So where were you and what did you see?
I was around the mosque, the central mosque, and we heard a gunshot, but we thought it was knockout. So later on I realized people were rushing to the mosque side. I said, what is happening? So we turned ourselves, we saw a RAV4 packed, blocked the Corolla, and we thought maybe they were trying to do something, but not knowing they were armed robbers. They were unmasked, though. They were like 4 or 5.
You mean they were masked?
Yes, they were masked. So they start putting a gunshot on the car, flattening the car tires first, and secondly, they start giving a warning shot. So nobody was getting close to them. So they start pulling the money from the car inside the RAV4. In fact, nobody was getting close because they were armed, very armed. So they decided to do their own thing, and they're working freely. We called the police because the police was very close. So most of us, we rushed to the police station trying to tell them to come and face them, but nobody was coming. But after the operation, they came with the patrol team and stuff. It was too late.
The police CID are here. They are processing the area to gather information for their own investigation. So they've cordoned off the area so that nobody is allowed to tamper the investigations. But this is some hours after the incident took place, and the residents and victims of this robbery incident are not too happy because to my right, which is just about 2 minutes away from the crime scene, is where the Adabraka police station is. And so for the residents of Adabraka, they are not happy with the police because they say that their efforts at getting the attention of the police to deal with the crime, especially because at some point the robbers took their sweet time to walk on the streets because they were armed and the residents could not do anything to them. They feel that the police took way too long to address the matter. And they tell us also that this will not be the first time that such an incident will happen again at the same gold jewelry shop.
I think this is the second time, not less than 4 months, in the same place, the same shop. So we were wondering what is going on.
We don't feel safe at all because the road, you know, we have the school children, especially the Muslims are having their schools on Saturdays, and we have a lot of people, you know, Adabraka to the market is a very busy road where people can sell.
The owners of Carbest Jewelry say this is not the first time such a robbery incident will take place. They tell us that on July 27, around 6:45, a similar operation was undertaken. The amount involved was over $1 million. That happened. They said they made a distress call to the police. The police delayed in its response. They tell us that the amount involved in today's robbery is about 6.2 million Ghana cedis. They are counting their losses and they are in distress because this is the second time that such an incident will happen. Behind me is the Adabraka police station. It's a 2-minute walk away from the crime scene. For an operation that lasted about 10 minutes according to eyewitnesses, it beats the minds of residents why the response of the police was not swift. We've attempted to talk to the Adabraka police station, but they've declined speaking for now. We understand that the deputy regional director, Greater Accra Regional Director of Ghana Police, has gone to visit the victim, the driver of the vehicle that was attacked at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ridge. So we'll be following up from there. This is a gentleman who was shot by the armed robbers earlier today. He's traumatized, obviously, has received some preliminary care. He's off to get some scans done, and then later he will give the police his statement. We've not met the police leadership here yet, but that is the update here, that they are going to get some x-rays and scans done. Here is a relative of the owner of the shop that was attacked this afternoon, speaking to us, appealing to the police to bring the perpetrators to book.
We are very shocked that this thing is continuing, because the first one, at least the police had some information, some footages and some videos. We thought they could have even helped us, to find the perpetrators, but nothing happened, and now this is the second time. So what I can say is we are appealing to the police to protect us, because if the police can't protect us, who should protect us? We as citizens, I think we don't have to start protecting ourselves, because if all of us start protecting ourselves, it won't end up very well for the whole society.
The Member of Parliament for Kole Klote, Zaneto Rollins, has been here. She's been speaking with the police, and we've been speaking with her as well. She's particularly unhappy at the sophisticated weapons that the armed robbers have in their hands, and she's worried that with a few weeks to elections, it's very concerning to have persons unscrupulous have such weapons in their hands, and she's been asking the Ministry of Interior, the police and all stakeholders to increase their work to protect citizens.
It's very worrying, because first of all, how are people having access to such weapons and having the courage to do this in the middle of the city, broad daylight? And I think what's more disturbing is that we have elections in less than 36 days from today, and it raises concerns over the safety of not just constituents, but on the safety of all of us on the day. This is a robbery indeed, but the fact that it can happen in the manner that it does raise concerns with regards to the safety of the community, number one, but also ultimately the issue of peace and security around the day of elections. I've already engaged the police as I got here, but I think that this is something that needs to be looked at the highest level. And it's not just about the police, but it's also about the Minister for the Interior and National Security. This is something that needs to be looked at, because if you're looking at the types of weapons that these individuals are carrying, it raises a huge question with regards to the use of certain types of weapons in the system, which we know are not legal. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bring this up. Unfortunately, Parliament is not sitting at the moment, so it kind of decreases one avenue that I can use immediately. But I intend to certainly pursue this. Deputy Ranking Member on the Select Committee on Security and Intelligence, and I'm going to use my position to see how we can address this, because this is not the first time this has happened in Accra. But I think that it seems to be creeping into certain areas where things like this hitherto were not happening. It's a bit disturbing. People should not live in fear in the community, number one. And we are too close to elections, an election around which there's too much tension already. And we cannot afford to have this level of feeling of insecurity within the community.
The residents of Adabraka, traders and victims of this robbery, are asking the Ghana police to up its game and ensure that it does all it can to protect their property and their lives, because now it is some 6.2 million Ghana cedis that is lost. They do not know what next will be lost, and they want the police to do everything it can to safeguard lives and property. Caleb Kuda, Channel 1 Television.
4 minutes to 9, Citi Breakfast Show. So that was Saturday. This is, what time did this happen? 11 o'clock? 10?
Yes, just around 10:40, 11. Wow. That's where it happened, yeah.
And so far, what has the police said in terms of the statement they released?
They've declared a manhunt, and they are assuring that they will get the perpetrators and bring them to justice.
So it's been 2 days, the whole of Sunday.
Yeah.
Today is the second day, almost 48 hours.
Yeah.
Have they announced any arrests?
Not yet, not any that I've seen.
But they'll catch them.
You hope so, or you think so?
So they'll catch them.
Because this was. I mean, for me, the fact that they were masked, though.
Yes, they were.
But they had a car with a car number.
They will catch them. You see. As for the catching them, they will catch them. But it doesn't stop us asking questions. They are two completely different scenarios. I hope you understand me.
Yeah, you are sure the police will get them.
I know the police. This I can tell you by the end of the week
they will get the guys.
The police would have caught these guys.
Ghana police
or some of them.
They go catch them.
They will catch them.
So
but still raises questions about the ease with which this operation happened. Especially we work in Adabraka.
Charlie,
where this incident happened and
close.
The proximity to our good neighbors.
Yeah.
The police station here.
Yeah.
Somebody might say, well, maybe there are procedures around how to engage live gunshots and whatnot. So maybe our good neighbors at Adabraka police station might not have been equipped to deal with that. I don't know. But if you look at the duration that
almost 10 minutes
the whole operation occurred and where our good neighbors are, I'm asking what happened.
Yeah.
It's something that they need to be able to explain. It's not just a statement about you're on a manhunt, but perhaps also explain to us what happened. You see, because it's about public confidence. Because if the people of Adabraka, including us, cannot be confident that even if we are getting robbed here today at Citi FM,
the police can come.
Our good neighbors, how long will it take them to arrive here, even though they are 2 seconds across the street?
Yeah.
Because where this incident occurred, and
it's very close.
It's very close.
The police station.
And if you hear anyone who has heard live gunshots before, will tell you that an experienced ear will know what a gunshot is.
As against an inexperienced person thinking it's knockout.
It's knockout. 2, it goes pretty far. A live gunshot goes pretty far. So,
and there were quite a number of shots.
Yes,
it wasn't one or two, a few.
So there's that. The second part is, if not, we also need to understand why Central is down the road. Central is 5 minutes down the road.
Yes.
If they needed help, Central could have made it up the road in seconds, in a few minutes, if they wanted to. So again, what happened in that area? The third one is, last time I spoke to you after the incident at East Legon, I spoke to you about how come there are so many police people around. They are basically at every traffic stop.
Yeah.
So based on the CCTV footage we've seen, this car, these people committed this crime here, drove from here to Asaiman.
Yes. Per the details
from the footage that we have seen to Asaiman.
And no police stopped there.
What was the information that went out to the various police units who were out on visibility operations? So were they told that, okay, this has happened in Adabraka, so we are looking out for a vehicle on this day. So between here, the whole Greater Accra, be on the lookout. I mean, I might be sounding simplistic, but
is it possible to drive from Adabraka to the motorway or to Ashaiman without the police seeing you? That's even if they use a motorway.
On a Saturday?
Yeah. Are there routes that people can use that would avoid police?
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
But the police visibility is everywhere.
So you are saying it's impossible for them to not have been seen by
on
the police.
Saturdays, then you don't have as many of them sitting at the points as on a weekday, where you might have 6 or 7. On the weekends, you might have 2, but they are there. So I'm simply saying that perhaps the police, in addition to the very confidence-inspiring statement they sent out that they will catch them, and like I said, I support it because I know the police will catch them, should also perhaps explain to us, because they also need to let us have confidence in the processes that they have. Because if I live, and the other question somebody might also ask, how many people kill it? What is the police emergency line? What is the number? Nathan, what is it?
191.
Aloski, do you know it?
There's another one, 188.
188. 18555. I think.
Abib, what is the police emergency line?
18555.
And I'm sure if I ask this question to the general public,
it will be many answers.
What is the police emergency line? Perhaps
I don't have one now.
As part of the,
but I can ask my God at all.
And even when
as part of the visibility process, the motorbikes can also have the police emergency line.
And these guys were in a car, not a motorbike. They were in a car.
No, they were in a car, yes.
With a car number.
Yes. Hey. But I know they'll catch them. That much I believe in.
No, but these are serious questions. So is it that, for me, there has to be an inquiry into the police response? Because 10 o'clock, Adabraka, busy place.
To drive all the way through?
Yeah. And imagine if they had killed people because they shot somebody. Imagine if they had... this could have been a bloodbath depending on the response of those who have been attacked. It could have been a massively different situation.
Yeah.
There isn't outrage because nobody's been killed. You get it? So somehow it's been muted. But I feel this is too brazen for comfort.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that the confidence that the police need to inspire in the public is not just in arresting the persons, but it's also in their ability to explain to us how the response was, the way it was.
Look, you have police people in all these vehicles. Did the police come there? How long did it take them to get there? That's the question, right? And no, there's a lot of questions.
Bernard, you visited the police control room the other time.
They have cameras everywhere,
and they could see,
every traffic light. They have cameras.
So within that
time,
the
police control room that I went to was big, and they had people there 24/7 who are checking everything: traffic offenses, even non-traffic related issues.
Do they communicate?
They do.
The day you went there,
they do. They have people on the phones working the phones throughout, and they have this walkie-talkie thing. So they are always talking. So which is why you are saying they will catch them. But I'm saying that why has it taken so long?
Not that so long that the people made it from Adabraka to wherever it is they went to.
Or is it because of the weapons they had? They didn't want to engage in that type of.
No, but the thing is, it should not be
serious.
possible. I'm saying that maybe I know the police these days have a protocol of not speaking directly to the media.
This is something that is too critical for them to be silent.
What's the new PRO's name? Madam
Juliana.
Is it Juliana? No. Juliana is changed. Juliana is
this Madam Akrofi.
Madam Akrofi.
They need to talk about this.
Needs to explain to the general public what happened.
This is not.
You see, it's not a dictatorship.
No.
The police is a public-facing institution.
Look, in every.
This is one of those moments where you organize a press briefing and we can ask you questions.
Because
don't issue a statement to us.
You see, this is something that, as you said, will engender confidence, and the public needs to hear even your thinking process about how you are dealing with this thing. So this idea of sending one statement, test statement, and then keeping at that is not on.
That's what that one.
Honestly, it's not on.
Also, Bernard, why are people doing a lot of cash-based transactions?
I can't even understand.
Much volumes
and do we know whether they were going for the money, or they had gone? They were sending money.
They were sending the money to the shop to do the transaction.
No, really, because the part I saw, the money was
from
somewhere into the boot.
Into the boot.
So it's not even clear.
Yes, from the CCTV.
Is the money being sent somewhere, or the money was being brought? The whole thing didn't make sense to me.
I think there is a lot of cash in our system, and
the car is there. Put the money inside the car.
Having a cashless system. There are the punitive systems that we have talked about.
Why do you accumulate so much money, and then because the truth is that the more you release cash, the more if you reduce cash transactions, certain types of crimes become unattractive.
Yeah.
People move their crime online to try and do like what do you call it, scamming and those things, but at least they don't shoot people. Right? This type of heist thing is really cash dependent.
Yeah.
And you're right. Why are people carrying sacks? There's about 2 or 3 sacks in the boot.
Yeah, so 6 million Ghana cedis worth of cash on a Saturday.
How much jewelry do they move in a day?
Well, those are other questions. But
those are all questions we need to ask. It's too close for comfort. And I think the police needs to properly engage on this. This idea of issuing press statements and then sort of moving on. It's not. Look,
maybe. What if
they should call a press conference and take questions to explain how they got to here, what they are trying to do and to assure the public that this not happen again.
How their systems got beat.
Nathan, you were saying something.
This.
No, I am with you. I'm only thinking aloud and wondering if maybe the police, just maybe, they want to tie a lot of loose ends. They may not want to play their hand that much in terms of the strategy. But I do agree with you on an incident like this, the police will have to give us a bit more information. Like I said, because it breeds confidence. Because when it happened, I had people texting me to say, hey, are you at work? And I said, no. But you see, that kind of highlights the concern that will, in the public domain. Because this is Adabraka, not too far from our neighbors, and not too far from us.
10 a.m. It's not 6
It's not at night. This is very early.
They are not
very,
afraid.
very, very, very early. They knew that somehow they knew that they could go there, step in, do whatever it is without minimal fuss.
Because generally speaking, people, you would think that the thought process of a criminal work as far away from police presence as possible.
And
but no way.
These people went to a place.
And this is the center of town.
That is 3 minutes from the police station. It's 3 minutes, literally.
And Sky,
from the police
imagine
station.
driving your car from Adabraka to wherever they went to, and all the police visibility we had. Was there an alert about a RAV4 with this number moving that they should be stopped? Was there any attempt to stop them?
Those are the questions we need answers to.
Charlie,
I think.
But they will catch them.
You are so confident.
Oh, you see, Bernard, when it comes to Ghana police, I've always told you this thing. We can criticize. I criticize them a lot.
But they will catch them.
When it comes to showing you the work, they will catch them quick.
As for apprehending them, that I believe the police will do.
They will catch them.
So it's a Toyota Highlander.
Yes. Toyota Highlander.
You just wait for it.
Ash in color.
735719.
By the way, which cameras were? There were quite a number of camera angles. Yeah. Was one the shop had a CCTV?
Yes, the shop did. It did have a CCTV.
But a lot of the videos that went viral were videos from onlookers.
Residents, yes.
So from different angles of the place.
So people have different videos of the crime taking place.
So people from story buildings
the armed people shooting. And then they did something that I found quite interesting. They tossed a bit of the money into the air.
So that actually distracted the people. So while they were firing, they carried the sack of cash. They were walking towards the car. Then people were looking on, but they had guns, so they couldn't approach. So once he splashed the money, then everyone's attention followed the money.
So they used that to distract the people.
Exactly.
But was it a lot of the money?
Well, it was 100 CD notes.
So they flash it in the air.
Yeah, and then they distract the people.
And
then they just walk. They just walk to the.
They've been watching. They've been taking their movies quite seriously.
It was a smooth
no, this is
they've been watching the series.
We just want to say that we know that policing requires intelligence work, and we know the police know their work, but we believe that the high-profile nature and the brazen nature of this requires a different kind of public engagement to engender confidence. So the police, I think they should be minded to give us a proper briefing on what happened and what they are doing, so that the public will know. We have a right to know. They are paid with our taxpayers' money. They don't choose and pick and choose when to speak and when not to. This is not the type of issue to be quiet about. So the police administration, we are waiting to hear from you. This is creating fear and panic. This is just a month to an election. The nature of the weapons, and for them to do it in the day, right, it suggests that they are not afraid of you. So you need to do something to engender our confidence that all the investments we are making in equipping the police is being used to protect us, and we are being respected. We are being respected. The police have to speak to us about this. They have to make a detailed explanation and justify the visibility they've done, because you can't move a car from Adabraka to wherever they went, Ashaiman, from 10 o'clock and all the visibility. Was there a chase? Was there an announcement that some people are moving, people should do this? What if the people went somewhere to do something else? You know, this cannot be, we cannot take it lying down. Seriously.
You see, Bernard, the thing is unfathomable. I mean, if you think around it, you can't just unpack why such a crime is committed broad daylight in a place that is so well planned and properly laid out. If you drive into Adabraka, it is possible to lock you in without getting out.
Yep.
Because it is that whole area is properly planned. There's a way you get in, there's a way you get out.
You know the one ways.
Exactly. So if you get into that space, even the citizens, it's possible for them to even lock you in. If people try to park their cars on the road, they can lock you out. Now, the question you ask yourself is it that our neighbors were at the relevant time not so properly prepared as to take on these guys? And even if they were not properly prepared,
they call for help.
Was there information relayed to colleagues along the road so that that information gets carried? That, oh, ABC vehicle with so and so registration number got involved in ABC robbery at this particular scene, and we are be on the lookout. Get that vehicle for us. Because if you look at it, the place is just, you can walk to that place within 3 minutes. You are there, right?
From if you pass through the gate here, you'll be there in 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes. Yeah. That's what it is. So what it tells you is that between the time that they must have received the information, if they have enough capacity, perhaps maybe ammunition or men on the ground.
Because we were there in less than... we were there very quickly as a media house.
Exactly. So they could have easily pursued them. You understand? They could have easily pursued them. So the question you ask is, this is supposed to be a district, headquarters of the police.
Yeah.
Now, are we to understand that they did not have the men? Because they have their barracks also just immediately behind the police station. Yes. And within the space. So it would have been possible to respond to the situation in good time. Again, a question is raised as to whether they have a standard response time to situations like that. Mm-hmm. In other jurisdictions, when things like that happen, you can always estimate that between 5 minutes or 10 minutes or between 2 minutes or 3 minutes, the police will be able to engage the situation and hopefully subdue the people involved or pursue them and eventually get them. Do we know the standard time for the Ghana Police Service to be able to respond to a situation so effectively as to suppress whoever is engaging in an illegal conduct or unlawful conduct? Then the other issue, a lot of our people were close to the action and they saw what was going on. Now, you spoke about money sprayed in the sky and then people pursuing the money, forgetting their own life, because in any event, the guy was still holding the gun. And why were people moved? They knew that what the person was doing was unlawful, the people were doing was unlawful. And they threw money in the skies, and then people were going to collect that, because that in itself is criminal conduct. First of all, we understand that because you were not armed, you could not confront the people. Like I said, in other jurisdictions, you see people, and these are real videos that you see from other jurisdictions. Either they will park their vehicles in the way to block you. Oh, right. You understand? Right. Or they will throw things in the way.
Right.
So you will not be able to go. Of course, it will take a lot of heart to be able to do that when people have sophisticated machines.
If you make a phone call to the next road and say, "Charlie, car be
that's right.
blocking or
exactly,
something."
But people were standing, watching. Some were shouting. Of course, others were dutiful enough to take videos of what was happening. But the question is, as a citizen, beyond watching what was happening and then getting involved in the heist, because by reason of you going in there to take a hand,
you are part of
the criminal conduct.
So they've implicated all of them by sharing the money.
Yes. So the question you ask yourself is, like the education of the Ghanaian, because look, immediately after the thing, we saw videos of people carrying the bullets, the shells.
The case.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
No, you are not supposed to do that.
You wait for the police.
Exactly.
You just mark it and leave it for the police to pick it up.
A crime scene is a crime scene. You don't go in, open the vehicle to touch it. By so doing, you are contaminating the whole space.
Maybe we should educate people. I don't remember the last time we did a program telling people how to conduct themselves in a situation like this. So maybe a lot of people don't even know. But because these things you are saying are things that in some countries people are actually trained to do.
But this is why the posture of the police currently is not helpful
at all.
See, because during that presser that we are asking for, that is when you tell the general public that, look,
when you see such a thing,
don't go there. Wait for us. Are they going to issue us another one-liner for us to read to tell the general public that
fire
when
service,
you go, don't pick up such a thing?
Fire service was talking about
Agape.
Yes. So there was a gas tanker that nearly
caught fire.
And the fire service was telling people that when a gas tanker has an incident, move away from the scene. Don't be taking pictures. Don't go and take the. There's a need for public education on a lot of these things. Fuel tankers come and get problem. People go with buckets that are going to fetch fuel. It leads to all kinds of things. Now, there are a couple of comments that I just want to read for you guys for your quick comment before we move on. Some people are proposing, just listen to this. Some people are even suggesting further. So, Bernard, I'm anonymous. Watching the footage on social media, the first person who should be picked up is the driver of the one who was using the Corolla first. Because you don't carry that kind of money, load it in the trunk of a vehicle, and stand over 5 minutes waiting. Waiting for what? But I wouldn't be surprised. but I won't be surprised if there is an experienced security person among the robbery looking at the way they were firing. Okay. And then, Bernard, I want you to avert your mind to the fact that the lady Caleb interviewed mentioned that one of the gang members had a Nigerian accent. I think that should be a clue for the police as to where and what to look for. Okay, so that's an interesting one as well. Bernard, is the new way they launder money in Ghana? Good morning. I think it's referring to the shop. Because I was asking what kind of business is done there, for which reason the amount of money was coming, whether it was going to the shop or coming from the shop. We are not know. Bernard, good morning. Recently, the police took delivery of some helicopters to be used to combat crime. As we were told in the news, where are the helicopters? That's a good question. Is it true? If they have helicopters there, by now they should have used the helicopters. So. Bernard, good morning. The police visibility is for the police, is for the public to see the police presence. Most of the policemen, they are not observing what is going on their routes. They are busy chatting on their phones.
Oh, this is not fair. It is not fair.
But it's not the first person who said this.
Okay. Well, because a lot of the police actually are working. I've seen.
All you know, they are exchanging information. Not necessarily.
Intelligence.
Sky.
So I'm just saying. But
the official means for police communication is the walkie.
Yeah, but
if you see a policeman on his phone,
but they also have their WhatsApp chat platform. With the share.
So between watching what is going on and you be on the phone, which one is his work?
No, I'm just saying,
bro.
Don't even go there. To say that they are chatting.
The messages read.
Let's read more. Good morning, City. I agree with Sky. The criminals could have been locked up with Adabraka. A lot of one-way lanes. Yeah. Road could have been blocked. The police are just slow that day. Bernard and team, I strongly believe the robbers change vehicles. Okay. My question is, why was there so much cash moving around without any security arrangement? Something doesn't sit right with me. The laugh from Bando. I'm reading more because of time. The reality is that persons who man our institutions are not truthful, so they are unable to open up that much generally. Hence the laid back nature of our police service, just like many of our institutions. Bernard, if the thieves had used DV plates, they would have been stopped somewhere by police. Police is only interested in DV plates for extortion. Guys, anyone who has lived in Adabraka area for long knows that these things happen quite a number of times, especially with the gold business in that area. It's not a random robbery. Someone tipped them off. Someone double cross someone in a shady deal. And I can bet on everything. The police would know some of the big people involved in these things. Hey, Henry. Bernard, this could be insurance fraud, though, so that the insurance company will pay the shop that was robbed. Charlie, people don't trust systems. So. But I'm not a security expert, but you have. But I've watched almost all FBI files on crimes on YouTube from their official page, and I can tell you the police did a poor job. The getaway car wasn't changed, and it should have been easier to stop them even out of town. If there was indeed any agency, they should have been following the car after they got a description. They used the Klagon route to the Ashaman tunnel, and I know there are some MTTU guys at the tunnel. Yes, we know you will catch them, but they've made away with the money already. You can't retrieve it all. Bernard, what happened to the mini cameras in town? Are they not working? Where are the police drones? Did the Adabraka police not hear the gunshots? More comment. It was a transition, and the gentleman was living with the cash after the shop transaction. And the gentleman was living with the cash after the shop owner paid him. It's like for my shaman. Okay. It's like writing for my shaman with the money. It was a transition. Okay. Please note the vehicle number plate on the robbery vehicle is most likely to be fake. Just fixed on the robbery operation, of course. Bernard and team, good morning. The police visibility is for public to see. I've read this already. Yeah. Good morning. Why should they be having such huge amount of cash, and even the model of transporting the cash at this age, or in this age of digital payment? This is new. Charlie, everybody has something to say about
this.
See,
but just to wrap this up, I've told you this, that I think that ultimately, when it comes to the digital solutions, I still don't understand why we have so much cash out.
Rather than transaction within.
When it comes to our Momo system, we still use it more for cash out because a transaction like this, a transaction of 6 million Ghana cedis, should be done via bank transfer.
Well, we don't know
some way.
Whatever we don't know, to decide to have 6 million in a sack in an era of digitalization with mobile payment interoperability with the Ghana GIPS, Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System, with fintechs doing great business.
That's true.
We are in a digital age.
Bernard, you see, the point is that look, there is no law that says that you shouldn't carry so much money on you or put money in your house. We don't have that law. And there's no law that requires you that willy-nilly you must put all your money in a bank. And that if you want to pay people, use internal systems. Now, what happens is that you, as a person, you need to be security conscious enough.
Let
me finish.
Have you carried £1,000 on you physically as you've been attending school before?
No, I can't do that.
No, even if you had to pay for something with £1,000.
No. If you come out,
if you want to show the £50, they are looking at you.
Everything is scam. That's the point. Because their system is used to. It is not illegal there to carry the £1,000.
No, of course.
Is it? No, is it?
It is not illegal.
It is not.
But you see, it raises eyebrows, and people can call the police on you.
And the government should be concerned that people are having 6 million in sacks.
Yeah, you see. So.
Well, I mean, you see, we don't want to go too far, but you know, a lot of money was found in the minister's house. You see, these are the issues we raise around consistency. If you are trying to build a digital economy. Fine, somebody said, is your money lost? But if a government official can keep excess amount of money at home physically,
that's what
it completely undermines our drive towards a cashless society. Because we are all saying the advantage of the digital economy, it helps us track.
But you see, I understand you. But you see, you should also look at how government decisions and incompetence in some cases have led to people losing faith in the banking system. How many banks have collapsed? As we speak, there are people who are close to me. They have still not been able to retrieve money that they themselves.
So people prefer to keep the money in
their
in
many cases, people are making that choice. So it is. We need to actually deal with all the angles of
too many
angles involved in this matter. But as for the police, they have got to explain to us what is their standard response time, especially when a crime is going on within the vicinity of the police service.
In 10 o'clock.
Exactly. When did they become aware of this particular criminal conduct, and what did they do? If not immediately or immediately thereafter, what did they do to deal with the situation? Did they pursue them? If they did not, I think we should see some serious consequences.
We'll be right back with more. Stay with us. This is the Citi Breakfast Show.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Attention CEOs, join Ghana's top 1,000 CEOs, policymakers, political leaders, and ambassadors for the first Ghana CEO
Show. It's finally here. The news we've been waiting for. Your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with the combined goodness of wheat and maize, fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? This new Cerelac wheat and maize comes at an affordable price of only 2 cedis per sachet. To prepare this Cerelac wheat and milk, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac we need milk. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Now, insurance is important. You want to have the ease and flexibility of buying, renewing, filing claims, and all of that. That's why Provident Insurance's Obaya is here. Is your reliable WhatsApp assistant, and you can use the platform to buy, renew, file claims wherever it is you are at any time. Save our buyer's number 0242 426 396. Send a hi, follow the prompts, and get everything sorted. With Obaya, you can work baby. Provident Insurance, man, you are covered. The Association of Ghana Industries is collaborating with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ghana Standards Authority to bring you the 13th AGI Ghana Industry and Quality Awards. It's happening on the 20th of November at the Accra International Conference Center. The theme, navigating the uncertainty of our business landscape to sustain productivity. If you are interested in attending and you want tickets, call 024 449 9101. Be part of this excitement. The Morning Star International High School is announcing that enrollment for the 24-25 academic year is in progress. Programs offered at the Cambridge Lower Secondary IGCSEAs and WASI. They are Dodowa and they have local or the school has local and international accreditation. Visit their website mostarschool.edu.gh, or you can go to the high school or basic school campus to find out more. Morning Star, arise and shine.
Now, step into a showroom of Latex Foam and experience the difference for yourself. Our high quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Visit us today and sleep better. Call 0302 231 155 or go to latexfoamghana.com. Luck is coming with prices so exciting they'll make your head spin. Dial star 712 if you want to be lucky and get your ticket. The more you buy, the better your chance of winning. Remember, when you hear that catchy jingle, it's your cue to pay attention. It could be your lucky day. The luckiest, luck is everywhere.
Now, from the 27th of December this year to the 3rd of January 2025, you are going on a wonderful 7-day tour package thanks to Global Wings Travel and Tour. You're going to Dubai. They have a wide range of activities, and you can start 2025 with memories that you cherish forever. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 0553 688 398 to find out more. Global Wings Travel and Tours, truly global, proudly Ghanaian. And if you are looking for litigation-free land, contact Royal Kingdom Estates. They specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. They have properties in prime areas like Accra and Ebri with prices starting at 90,000 cedis. They have flexible payment plans. Call them on 055 7555 5909 or send them an email, info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams.
We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
6. We are friends from Generation Global in their Ghana team as well, working on a very important event, a stakeholder gathering happening. And I have in studio Patrick Mortins, the regional CEO of Generation Global. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Great to have you. I also have Dr. Van Dyke Lomote, who is the Programs Director for Generation Ghana. Van Dyke, welcome.
Thank you very much.
And of course, Millicent Akwa is a graduate of the Generation Program, I guess it's called.
Yes.
Welcome to the program. All right. So what is Generation Global, Generation Ghana? What are you guys up to and why are you here?
Sure. So Generation Global, we're a global nonprofit that runs job training and placement programs around the world, trying to get people into work, trying to tackle unemployment and improve economic mobility.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
And what's this stakeholder gathering about? What's this event?
So this gathering is basically to mark the end of our first year of operations here in Ghana. We're in 18 countries around the world. Ghana is our most recent addition.
Okay.
We've been operating here since January. There's an opportunity to reflect on program over the last year, build some excitement for next year, figure out who are those partners that want to come on board and help get more people into work.
What is the GROW program?
So the GROW program specifically is the Ghana Remote and Online Work Program. So what we're doing is we're supporting people into opportunities in global work. So this would be working for BPOs, working online, working in freelance work, working for international employers with a coalition of partners. So this is being supported by the MasterCard Foundation, working with partners like MEST, Blossom Academy, and we've recently added Azubi Africa.
Wonderful. So Van Dyke, tell me about what the GROW program has achieved so far in Ghana.
So I think first of all, I want to pick up what we want to achieve and where we are on the journey. In partnership with the MasterCard, we are aiming at placing 2,000 young people, like selecting 2,000 young people between the ages of 18 to 35 years, 70% female. And not just looking at that, we want to look at the depth of that, meaning we put them into work opportunities that would ensure that they are earning something that is meaningful and dignified. From our research, the living wage in Ghana, it's somewhere around 1,800. So all these learners that we are training and supporting, we want to help them secure opportunities that would at least guarantee the living wage for them. So that is what we've been doing. In this last 1 year, we've been able to train almost 700 young people. And then with this 700, about 72% of them have been placed into a dignified and meaningful work opportunity.
Wow.
And the target is to do that for 70% females. And at this current rate, we are at 76% of that.
Wow. How does the program prepare young people for the remote and online work environment? So what are some of the training methods, for example? What would the people learn if they become part of the GROW program?
You know, it is always said, or you hear from employers or HR guys saying that graduates that come out of school, they don't have the skills that we need to employ them. So what we do is that when we recruit people, and we are not looking at aptitude, we are looking at intrinsics, what it will take you to succeed at a workplace and be able to really contribute value. That is what we look at for and recruit people for that. We bring them into our boot camps, which usually is between 10 to 16 weeks, depending on the profession. It's an intense program. When you go through it, usually it's full-time. We give you technical skills, but not just the technical skills, but the behavior, the mindset training that is required to ensure that you succeed right from day one when you get into the workplace. So the training is kind of holistic. It doesn't end there. We also offer career essentials as a way of preparing you for the world of market. It doesn't end there. We handhold you and take you through the process of actually looking for that first job that is meaningful and dignifying. And so you can look at it from
I can't deny, although you kai. See the body with the curve, they get on my nerve. Something they pinning me, now me deserve, although you kai. Say,
because of one MP, Sylvester Tete, who is doing very good work in my area. Our drainage system were very bad, and now it's all good, running. Digitalization has been the major thing in this country and the major thing in the world. So I believe Bawumia got what it takes to be the president now. And you and I were not there was a big message for us to know that this man is our leader in future. Thank you.
Don't keep me waiting.
Good morning, Bernard and team. I have been listening to your program, and I think most of the time you have emphasized that Ghana's problem is economic. It's an issue of economics. And between the two political parties, I mean, like the main party, NDC, NPP, their leaders, one of them is an economist and the other is a communicator. I mean, that's, and Sami best describes these leaders, that one is a communicator and one is an economist. So I think I would choose the economist, because if our problems are basically economical, then we need an economist to help solve them. There are people who raise the argument that Bawumia said if the fundamentals are wrong, your CD exchange rate will expose you. That is fantastic. If it is true, then it tells us that he has some form of knowledge or wisdom to let you know that if the fundamentals are wrong, then your CD rate will expose you. So I think it is better for somebody who taught us that knowledge to be in power, so we can, with that knowledge he has given, we can always hold them accountable.
Good morning, Bernard. Good morning, CBS team. Bernard, I think this kind of hypocrisy of him and we Ghanaians needs to change. This boat driver who first just came, when Mahama was a president, where was Bolt? You see, you don't come out and then speak lies like that. When Mahama was a president, during Mahama's time, where was Bolt? Bolt was not in existence. Even during the latter part of Mahama, that was when Uber started even incorporated. Where was Bolt? Why do we like that? Now, if you are saying some things, get the actual facts and then write and then do stick on it, and then don't do propaganda. We should stop this thing. The hypocrisy is too much. You are claiming that Mahama this, Mahama that. Was Mahama has become a vice president and a president. Has Bawumia been a president? When you say, let us be factual, is Bawumia the president of the country? Don't let us stop being partisan and speak the facts and the truth, and then let people learn. And we should stop all these things. If you want to vote, speak why you want to vote for a particular person, but don't.
I would say I'm confused. I wanted to vote for Bawumia just because of the senior high program. But coming to think of it, Ghana being a Christian country, with over 70% being Christians, to vote for a Muslim man to head this country.
Good morning, Bernard. Good morning to everyone else in the studio. My name is Joe. I'm speaking from Tema. A little angle to my response to your question. I've been working with the Electoral Commission as a temporary official since 2000. Since 2004, I've never voted for any party. I mean, I've never voted, yes. Sometimes I'm posted to the same station that I registered, but I never bothered to vote. Now, the top two candidates, just as we've had since the inception of the 1992 Constitution, it's been NDC, NPP, NDC, yes. And the disappointments have been so much, which has somehow been the reason for some of us staying out. But, Bernard, coming December 7, I'm going to vote by God's grace. I'm voting. And the choice for me, it's not between a good candidate and a bad candidate. For me, it is an issue of two evils. I am voting for the less evil. That's all. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm urging Ghanaians who I don't know who I'm voting. I won't vote. Please, I used to be, or I am in the same soup with you. I am in the same category with you. But brother, my sister, think. One, if both will hurt you, and one is going to hurt you more than the other, please vote for the less evil one. Because in the last 8 years, we've tasted something we've never tasted before. It is too much. Thank you very much.
So apparently Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
I think, is it Genia?
Yes.
He passed away at 91.
91.
Legendary music producer with the likes of Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, and co. Passed on as well. Speaking of music, happy birthday to
Kokui,
our dear friend Kokui.
Yeah.
From everybody.
Happy
birthday! But you know, just to wrap up the conversation we've had, even before Quincy has passed away, look, there are documentaries, books,
all kinds of
things that are just there to celebrate Quincy. You know, his legacy will not be forgotten anywhere, any day, anytime soon, for that matter. That's the kind of society we need to aspire to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lastly, let me wish Elder Daniel Rudolph happy birthday.
Of which branch?
Adabraka.
Church of Pentecost.
Yes.
Well, as time is always of the essence. Thanks for listening to the show. Coming up next is Brunch in the City. Before that, City News at 10 with Howard Idris. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up